Flaava. To the Flaava.
We play the hits that you deserve, and we keeping it coming. Yeah, you know where you heard it first, and we keeping it bumping. Yeah.
On your 101.9 Atlanta radio. Tiny, yeah. Shanti Sunday Jones. Flavor please turn it up some more. Nothing but these hits coming through your stereo.
Kicking it here with the ladies on 101.9 radio. Go ahead and tune in so we can put some flavor in your ear.
Dopeness. Listen, hey dopeness. Listen, my voice is more excited than I really feel, right? Because I'm tired. But I'm gonna throw this energy on y'all today, because that's what I feel like I need to just give a burst of energy today. So y'all gonna get my 6 o'clock energy.
Okay.
Yes.
6 o'clock energy.
Yes, I still got a little bit left, so we gonna
Send it my way.
Yes,
Send it my
yes,
way.
yes.
Boy.
It's been a week.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah, so many things have happened. It's only Tuesday, but I feel like it's Saturday, right? Like it's been complicated.
Yeah, it's like when you're doing so much and time is just going by, you lose track of what day it is.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm totally lost that today was just Tuesday.
Yeah. So I was with y'all on Sunday. What day I thought it was?
Sunday, yeah.
I thought it was like Monday. I didn't remember. I had a meeting. Oh, I had a meeting on Friday, and I was like, oh, we got that 10 o'clock Monday morning meeting, and they're like, it's Friday. What you talking about? And I was like, well, it's another meeting. Jump on it.
Oh, hey, just go with it.
Get on it, because I wasn't ready. Definitely.
So
So.
what's up?
Nothing much, I've just been getting prepared, so I ain't really have nothing going on. We had new shit ATL
New
on
shit.
New shit.
Thursday. It was really good, so we was live on the air. So then we got new shit Thursdays, new shit we live for all the creators can come and, put their new creations on blast. So tap in with us, but it was really dope. Yeah, I'm excited about that. For the flow to come every second and fourth Thursday, so that's gonna be really cool.
Yes, and like she said, every second and fourth Thursday,
Yes.
tap in. I'm trying to be there next Thursday.
Okay.
I'm trying. Let's see, I'm gonna leave Savannah and run here, because I have to be in Savannah on Thursday morning, but in the afternoon, I'm gonna run here just for new shit. So,
Alright, I hear you. Alright, so let's just get into some stuff.
that's what we do.
Okay. What is going on with our president?
Okay, which part? Where you want to start it? Like, because it's multifaceted.
I know, it's like every day is something new.
Yeah.
Something new. And I'm just hoping, I can't wait, like, for the wow factor, for it to make sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm waiting on the wow factor.
I'm waiting on it too.
Yeah.
Like
That's a
this
stretch.
Yeah, this can't be in vain.
Yeah.
So, the latest one was him trying to revoke Biden's pardons.
Yeah. I don't know if that's ever happened.
That has never happened.
So this man just doing whatever he wants to.
And his reason behind that is because the signature was in auto pen. So
what?
But according to paperwork and things like that, they may not have revised information that states auto pen is acceptable.
So it's a convenient loophole.
So yeah, and I think that because Trump is such a businessman,
Mhm.
he knows how to find loopholes with certain things.
Yeah.
And that's why he's been getting his way with a lot of things. So you just never know that it is possible.
Listen, he was just in flat out. What do you say? He just did what he wanted to do the other day. So a judge had told him he could not deport the Venezuelan gang members, right? He already had them on a plane. He was like, I don't care what you say, they out of here. Too late. What you want me to do? Turn the plane back? Like, what are you doing? So yeah, he's defiant. One, that's the word I was looking for. He's being very defiant to a lot of, not just organizations, but judicial figures and other politicians. He just does what he wants, and then he got Big X. That's what I'm gonna call him, because his son is Little X. So they got Big X, Elon Musk, You know what I'm saying? Just doing whatever the hell his money lets him do too. So, you know, it's a lot with them.
My thing is
Definitely.
what can we look forward to with
What you see, a lot of mess. Right now, it's nothing else, you know. And I know my company says a lot of noise happening with him, right? Because nothing has been concrete, but he's creating a lot of noise in the housing industry, definitely, in people that just need services, you know. He's creating a lot of, I want to say chaos, but people are scared because they don't know where they're going to live, where they're going to get food from,
it's like a shortage
where
of
they're
food.
going to work. You know what I'm saying? He's getting rid of people just because, you know, it just depends. Like, what are we really doing here? Like, we can't create fear and expect people to get along, you know, or not think about what's going to happen and what their next move is going to be. Because they got to think next moves now because everything is just coming so quietly. But loud, you know, because he's working on it, but it's not concrete yet.
Okay, so initially I heard that his intention was to get rid of the poor class.
Yeah.
But now
Where are they going?
they're saying they're not trying to get rid of the poor class because they need bottom people. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get rid of middle class, the in between. So either you're rich
Poor decision.
or you're poor.
Yeah.
No in between.
It's a lot of people that are going to be, you know, hanging on the balance.
Yeah.
Because if you're only rich or only poor, it got to be an in between because everybody ain't gonna fit in that category. For my company, for example, for different properties, you can only make a certain amount of money. You know what I'm saying? And you're still poor. You're still considered poor if you go up to like, for a family of 6, if you go up to like $80,000, you know what I'm saying? That's considered poor, you know, on the spectrum. And then you have the rich, which is people that don't have to qualify for things, you know, income-wise. But where are the people that don't qualify as poor, but don't qualify as rich either? So it's still a middle ground.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to be eradicated. What they're going to do, put us on a ship and ship us out into outer space.
It is gonna change the bracket.
It's definitely going to change
So
the bracket.
is gonna go up for poor and it's gonna go up for rich. So it's gonna be a defined line where there is no middle class. The middle class is gonna turn poor and the rich is gonna be rich. You know, I'm not really, this conversation does not, influence me one way. I don't feel like I don't care. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't affect me because whatever Trump does, it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna do what I do.
Right.
So it doesn't affect me. Now, whoever it does affect, I'm sorry, but it doesn't affect me. So I don't really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know what
it affects me because of my job, right?
Right.
More or less because of my job and how the housing situation is going to look in 6 months, or even a year from now when he gets his right or he gets the way that he wants. Everybody's fighting it, you know. That's how it affects me, primarily. Income-wise, I don't really think it affects me, but as far as my job, definitely affects me, you know, and what it's going to look like.
The people that are being approved or not approved for,
the people we
gonna
help.
move the line up and down.
Yeah, that's it. It messes with the people that we help and that we, you know, what we do this for. You know what I'm saying?
For me, it would affect me with my parents because of the fact that he is in talks about canceling Social Security and things like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of programs that they have for the elderly.
Yeah, it's
You
going to
know,
affect
that's
that.
gonna
Medicare,
affect-
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, paying for health and everything.
Right.
Like for me, I have my mom and my grandma, you know. It's like, am I going to have to take them in? You know, they're independent now, but in 6 months, are they going to be able to be independent? Are they going to have their Social Security? Are they going to have their Medicare or the benefits that go with it? Transportation, you know what I'm saying? Extra food, you know, stuff like that. So it just really depends on.
It's gonna take us
The
back
bottom
to the
line.
basics before you had all of these things that you were dependent upon by the government, and now you're gonna have to rely on yourself, your family.
Right.
You're gonna have to go back to the basics, basically, back to the basics of how you live.
Right.
Some people already live back to the basics.
Right, like I said,
People
take
are
them
just
in.
gonna have to come accustomed to not being dependent on the government.
Absolutely.
Basically, that's just what it
Absolutely.
is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The
absolutely.
government, you're gonna have to stop depending on the government and do what you gotta do. Now, for the elderly, I kind of get it. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, he won't just cut their Social Security because that's their income. They don't
Right,
have anything
yeah.
else.
They work
and
for
a lot
that.
of elderly people can't go out now and get a job. Some can, but some cannot.
Yeah.
So I see the affection there, but people just gonna have to stop depending on the government. But I'm sure that there are gonna be some, what do he call them? Loopholes.
Yeah.
As to certain people, there has to be some certain type of criteria. You know what I mean? He's just not going to be able to just cut it. Like there's going to have to be some criteria or some things that, you know, if you don't do this or this or this or that, then you're not going to get this or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It won't just be cut. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be all right. Just depend. I mean, the best thing I can do is say just depend on self. You know, families get ready to, you know, be supportive and be a family.
Yeah.
You know, get ready to be a family and be supportive on your own.
Right. Yeah.
Be prepared for that because when you get prepared, you won't have to be prepared when something really happens and you have no choice.
That's why I said I'm
Stop being
totally
independent.
prepared. You know what I'm saying, to take them in. They ain't ready because they're independent. Like I said, they're independent as far as the government allows them to be. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, if y'all don't come on, like, don't even worry about it. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It comes a time, and I guess this is it. You know, let's go. You know, so I don't know. He tripping on so many levels. I agree, but I don't. You know,
That's why I said I'm just waiting
at this
for
moment, it's really not much.
What's the thought process? Like, where is it going?
Good Lord.
How is it gonna make sense? You know what I'm
Good
saying?
Lord with
Because
that.
right now it's just about a bunch of chopped things that he's just doing a little bit here, over here.
Yeah.
He's just tapping into a little bit of everything, into aviation, into this, into that. When everything comes together, is
It's
it gonna
like a
make sense? I'm
collusion.
just like,
Some of that
what's
stuff
his
is going to be
intention?
retracted because it's probably against the law or not in alignment with the Constitution. So some of it will be retracted, but he's going to do it all.
Oh, yeah.
Everything he say he's going to do it, he's going to put forth his effort to do
Yeah.
it because that's the kind of man that he is.
Yeah.
And then it'll be some of it will be pulled back and some of it won't.
Yeah.
You just got to wait for the smoke to clear out. It's a delusion. Pay attention to what else is going on because that's not the most important.
Yeah, it's definitely a delusion for something. The question is,
Yeah.
what is it? What is it hiding?
That ain't
You
the
know what I'm
most
saying? What is the
important, so-
delusion? That's what it is. It's like there's so many conspiracies, you know, that pick one. I guess they're rampant, you know. So I don't know.
At this
It's
moment in time, it's just time to be prepared to do for self.
Yeah.
Start bartering with your community. Be involved with your community. It's kind of like that time. You know what I'm saying? So when something go down with the food, you know the farmers in your community. You know the
pantries,
people
different, yeah.
that you can tap into and connect with to shop, to barter. You got something, they got something, y'all can barter it out because it's going to come. You
and
know
if
what I'm
y'all
saying?
listen to
The time
Fire
is now.
Radio, we have a lot of those resources for community.
Yeah,
You
so
know, we have farmers, we have people to tap into, we have people working on electrical, we have people working on solar, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we got a lot of those resources ready, you know, and available because of the community, you know what I'm saying? And making sure that we're straight,
That's
you know?
it. So just tap in.
Yeah.
That's the best advice I can give. Whatever we got going on with the president, the government, the who this, the who that, tap in with your community and see how y'all can help each other work. That's the best thing to do.
That's good advice, Sandra. You know, I guess just pay attention to what's really going on around you and, you know, do the
Because that's
best
all
you
that you can control.
Yeah.
You can't control nothing that man doing.
So there was this guy, I should have wrote it down, but there was a guy, he had this book on how to self-care, take care of yourself and your family, how to plant different kind of foods and how to, like on the inside of your house, you know, and how to create solar, how to, you know, it was a part in there on how to protect yourself from other people during a time of need, you know what I'm saying? And that's going to be a real thing because people are going to be attacking other people that have stuff, you know, and gosh.
They become desperate.
They do. But yeah, I can't remember the name of this book, but I'm going to
That's
find
like
it.
even more of a
I'm gonna
better
find
reason to tap in with your community
Yeah.
so you can know who the desperate people are so you can begin to help them now.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and that way they won't be desperate.
Bing!
Yeah, that's a proactive
Yeah,
for the
just
reactive. proactive for you.
proactive. That's it.
Yeah,
Just be
yeah. Help
proactive.
people now. Yeah,
Be
I try to help
proactive.
people all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just need more of that. You know what I'm saying? Be proactive and help people so you can do what it is. So you can be straight, because you can only control what is in your area,
Yes.
what surrounds you. You can't control nothing that man doing, and nobody around him, nor the government, or nothing, unless you out here at the Capitol every day, vote. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing that you can do. So do what you can control. Control what you can control within your space, your community, your city, your state, your boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Do your part where you are.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Control yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you
I
can't
can
control
control
no one's.
anything if I can control myself. That's one of my daily affirmations.
So you got it written on the wall.
I got it written.
Control
I
yourself.
can control anything if I can control myself.
That's true. No.
We gonna control this music.
Oh.
DJ EJ, take us away. We'll be back on 5 101.9 Atlanta Radio.
Eaten, is that right? I've eaten at some good restaurants, right? I've been in Savannah though, so let's Sunday face. But I have a new favorite.
Okay.
It is in Savannah. It is called Crystal Beer Parlor. Okay, nice little, like an old-fashioned restaurant. It's like on the corner, kind of like I forgot the name of that show anyway, but it's like a corner lot. You know what I'm saying? And it's really cool. It's located 301 West Jones Street in Savannah, Georgia, 31401. It is considered downtown, but again, probably one of my favorites. So, of course, got to start off with the appetizers. I had the blue cheese chips, which always one of my, I'll get blue cheese chips anywhere, right? Oh man, it's like crumbled blue cheese and blue cheese sauce on crunchy, like kettle potato chips. Baby, when I tell you the blue cheese was blue cheesing.
Okay.
It was so good. But I also had the pretzel. And the pretzel comes with a beer, like a beer cheese, like melty beer cheese. It was like a cross between mayonnaise and beer cheese, like really whipped and creamy. I didn't even want to eat the pretzel with it anymore. I was just like sticking my finger in the cheese. It was so good. So I had, for my meal, I had the hamburger steak, and it came with whipped potatoes, which are real whipped potatoes, and green beans. No, I had greens. I'm sorry, that was another restaurant. I had greens. So let me tell you, the whipped potatoes were so good and buttery. But that hamburger steak, I dipped it in that beer cheese that I had with the pretzel. Whoo, y'all, listen. Just go for the beer cheese. When you go, just tell them to get you a little cup of it, because I promise you it is going to be bomb. So also we had a hamburger, the smash burger. Really, really good, of course, because the hamburger steak was good. So it's made like the same hamburger, just don't have a bun. But the smash burger was good. Ooh, I of course I had my double Hennessy, my double shot of Hennessy, and they did not, forget to pour me a little extra. So, I definitely enjoyed myself at the Crystal Beer Parlor. So if you are in Savannah, take a trip to Savannah, want to go to Savannah. I didn't have dessert though, because I was so full from everything else, but I heard their dessert was bomb. But check out Crystal Beer Parlor. Like I said, 301 West Jones Street, Savannah, Georgia, 31401. Tell them the Diva sent you.
All right.
Yes.
That sounds good.
Baby, you know how I be eating. Oh, I be eating.
Real good.
Baby, I be eating good. That's why I be like, okay,
I
I
tell
don't
you
want.
enjoy that. You was smacking.
I know, right?
Reminiscing on
Like
the
I
meal.
said, my new favorite. Like, it's hard for me to find a new favorite, but when I tell you I'm about to go there over and over again.
Okay. Well, my next trip sounds like
Girl,
stuff that I
yes.
need to make.
Yes.
Over and over again.
Over and
Sounds
over
like I'm
again.
about to be in Savannah a lot.
Don't do that.
I'm just
Don't
stating
take
the
it
obvious.
like that. Don't take it like that. So of course I've been super traveling, and I have not had time for my girls. Like, I need to. So we are all feeling the pressure, definitely. Like, and not being together. I'm trying to get my butt back here, though. I miss y'all. I love y'all so much.
I feel abandoned because first it was Sunday and then it's you, and it's just like, you know what?
Well, it was
I think
you first, so.
Right. Let's not talk about her little trips and where she was going, but you were like exotic, right? I'm working.
No, but mine was in increments. Like I would take 2-3 days here, this and that. Somebody took a whole month and a half. I'm not gonna say who, but somebody
Hey,
did.
listen, you ain't gotta say who. It was me. It's okay. But I was still tapped in with you. I was still tapped in.
She was. Sunday can't stop
from
working,
all over,
so
from all the way in the Philippines. Okay, so I was still tapped in, trying to figure it out.
it wasn't the same,
And
though.
then,
We missed the
and
mess
then
out of it.
Sean D is just
MIA.
MIA. I had to call her the other day. She was like, "Hey girl, what's up?" I was like,
She
"I just
did.
missed you."
She did. I was like, oh, I'm so glad you called me. I be kind of lonely out there, you know what I'm saying? But I know everybody busy, so I don't reach out like I need to, you know what I'm saying? When I do have time, sometimes I don't get off work till like 8 or 9 o'clock, y'all. And then I have to drag myself back to the hotel like, y'all don't even know. Yeah. And I have to get up in another 12 hours. And I'll be like, are you ready?
Well, you're here. You're here today.
I love it. And I raced from Savannah today just to be with y'all.
Yes, and we have a lot of shenanigans this week.
Oh my
We got
God.
a lot going on this week. What we got going on?
This week? Okay, so let me see. Tomorrow we have Wind Down Wednesday. I'll be
Yes.
hosting Wind Down Wednesday for Phenomenal Hues at Bookstore Gallery every third Wednesday, right? And then Thursday, hold on. I got
So we shouting at the Capitol on Thursday.
Thursday, I'm going to be on a panel at the Capitol for the Smokeout, the day at the Capitol, representing the Prison Brat Foundation and the Ladies of Fire Radio. And then, man, what else we got going on? We got a lot of stuff.
Friday.
Y'all gonna have me pull out
Yeah.
the whole
Miss Pat
calendar
show.
type.
Listen, we're gonna be at the Miss Pat show. I need to be more
we're going
excited.
to the Miss
The Miss
Pat
Pat show. Yes, we are going to the Miss Pat show. So look for the Ladies of Fire up in
Okay,
there.
Wind Down Wednesday, Out of the Trap at the Capitol.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we working the tour that night, and then Miss Pat show.
Wait, what tour?
Us Latin artists.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we got Miss Pat show at 4:30, and then we got a showcase to go to at Mina's Kitchen. The Fresh is called Fresh Showcase.
Fresh.
Yes, and that is a part of Putu Music. So
Yes.
we're going to hang out with
Hey,
Putu at
Putu.
Fresh
Shout out to
Showcase.
Putu.
Check out some artists. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I might be performing. We shall see. And then
If she says she might, she is.
we're gonna
There's
see what
never
happens.
really a time that Sunday turns down performing, and that's a good
Sometime
thing.
I do. You know, sometimes I do. When I'm going to get fed,
Mm-hmm.
I'll turn down a performance.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because you want to intake
Because
everything.
I want to,
Okay.
like, sometimes my cup be empty, boo. Because what you got to realize is that the poetry is it's like my gift of words, right?
Okay.
It's like my gift of healing
Mm-hmm.
for people. So I'm pouring out. So sometimes I don't have nothing to pour.
Yeah.
And so
Okay.
sometimes I have to go and get fed. So all the time,
You gotta get a
and I'm
refill.
not, yeah, I
Refill.
gotta get a refill. I'm
Yeah.
always mic ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We know.
I'm always microphone ready, but sometimes I need a refill. So sometimes I just want to go enjoy the ambiance, and that's hard because people like, you perform. I'm like, nah, and I'm not that available. Let's don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? I ain't that available, and I need to get fed.
Yeah.
I need to get poured into.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you feed a lot of people,
Sometimes
so-
sometimes it
Yeah.
be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Yeah. So
Get your refill.
yeah, child. I'm but see, I've been gone from the scene for a little minute, so now I'm outside. You know what I'm saying?
And you just pulled us right off the porch with you too.
Man.
Like
when
I'll
have
tell
I
you.
never not pulled you off the porch? I'm just saying, when have I ever?
that's how I started with y'all. Sunday
Y'all
grabbing
missed
me and
me.
pulling me
Y'all
off the
say y'all
porch.
missed me. I was gone for a whole month, 30 days, a
And-
month and a half.
And that's we really tried to get it together and try to like be outside, but it wasn't
Okay.
it wasn't
Well,
Sundaying. Let's say that.
Well, guess what?
Yeah, she back.
I'm back. We outside.
We are
Okay.
definitely
So
outside.
make sure y'all
Oh
check
my
me out. I'm
God.
going to Cat's Cafe on Saturday from 6 to 7. It's come get some, and I think it's their last poetry show there. So I performed at Cat's a lot.
Okay.
Come get some, open mic stuff like that. So I'm going to check that out.
Okay.
Just
We will be there.
Do the
Yes.
farewells and whatnot, and then New Year. Let me see. Monday is meeting day, so don't.
Oh no.
And then we kind of a little bit like, we got the Grove red carpet on the 29th.
Yeah, that's
I
gonna be
feel like I
fun.
missed some stuff.
You did, but
I
it's
did.
okay. Yeah. Not a lot though. Yeah.
Okay, well we
Yeah.
got the Grove red carpet on the 29th, and then we got another tour, and then
We outside.
we outside.
Yeah.
We
Well, speaking of outside, we probably need to drop some music at this point.
Oh, we got All Atlanta listening party on the 4th,
There we go.
and Cairo's album release on the 4th. So we got 2 things on the 4th.
And then one major event,
Yeah, huh?
my birthday.
And oh yes, we can't forget the birthday. I skipped over that because everybody don't need to know where we going. They might be trying to pull up.
Don't pull up.
Skipped over that. Look.
Just look for the footage.
All right.
Yes. Okay, so that's what we got going on. Sort of, kind of. That's a little bit of it.
All right. Well.
I tell y'all more during Black History.
Okay.
Black Friday movement.
All right, DJ EJ, hook us up.
Ladies of Fire Radio.
And we're back. Flaava. And that was Ether For Real out of Georgia. So make sure y'all check that out. Ether For Real out of Georgia. That was dope. Welcome back to the Flaava.
With the Ladies of Fire Radio.
Yes. So, I was reading a story, y'all. Y'all hear about those twin boys that were found dead in the mountains?
I heard about it, but I didn't dive deep to find out what took place.
So supposedly these 2 boys, they were twins, of course, and they are very close. They're inseparable. Their family was actually on the TV asking for answers because they were just like, there's no way that these 2 kids like hurt themselves. So I guess the GBI had deemed it like a murder-suicide. So they were supposed to take a flight. They missed their flight, and then like the next day they were found dead atop this mountain. Like
They're adults?
they're adults.
Oh, okay.
I forgot how old they were, but they're young adults. I think they were 19. And they were just traveling. They were supposed to be coming back from like a friend's house, and they were coming back, but they didn't catch their flight. And then the next day, somebody reported them in the mountains, dead, and the GBI said it was a murder-suicide, but the family is like, absolutely no way.
Yeah.
It sounds funny. So today, they had this photographer arrested, firefighter, and he photographed them on the scene of their death. So now it's like, why did you do that instead of reporting it? And why didn't you say, I guess he didn't report it, and the pictures were found out, and now he's arrested for like implicating a crime or something
So wait
like
a
that.
minute. He done walked by, or I ain't gonna say he walked by. He took a picture of them without reporting it, a firefighter.
Of them
and just
dead.
went on to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, no he did.
Exactly. No, he didn't. Exactly. So he has pictures in his phone. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because basically they were saying he was accused of taking photos of them dead and sharing them.
Pictures. Who's seen the pictures?
I guess maybe sharing them on his like social media page.
Really?
Like he came across these 2 dead people. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? First of all, like, and why? Like.
And he a firefighter?
Yeah, he's an active firefighter. He has been terminated from his position.
Yes, he has.
Okay. So it just, again,
Mental health is real.
yeah, mental health is real. So watch your babies. You know what I'm saying? Watch your children. Watch your family members. Pay attention to what they're saying. We don't know that's what happened. Maybe this guy was involved. Who knows? But maybe he wasn't, and he just came across them. But it's definitely something, because they were supposed to be in Boston catching a flight back to Georgia.
And where was that?
Bell Mountain. in Georgia. They were found. I think it was.
And
Yeah,
just
it's
have
way
to-
it's
too
not
far.
making no sense.
You just
It's not-
happen to go
yeah.
across the. Oh, okay.
As they say, the math ain't mathing.
There you
ain't
go.
mathing.
It's not mathing, and
No,
the
that's
And
family.
you might not have did it, but in my mind, at this point,
Yeah, something is amiss.
sound like you
yeah.
might be involved.
Yeah, something's off, definitely.
Like, that's crazy.
You know,
Sorry for laughing. It's not funny. But
for them to have been in Boston, catching a flight home, and winding up in the mountains. Like, how did they
Yeah.
get there? First of all, I would want to know how they got there. You know,
Yeah, you can kind of, not in all
Can you
scenarios, but you can kind of tell when it's a suicide situation.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
when people reflect back
Mhm.
with conversations, they'll be
Mhm.
like, dang, he did say he
He
ain't gonna
said
never
something.
see me. He not gonna see. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But if you got a person like, I can't wait for Saturday, and you gonna try to tell me that person
Committed
committed
suicide?
Nah,
Yeah.
they had plans. That was not on the radar.
Right.
Absolutely not. So
right.
shout out to the mom for advocating for them, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
I hope that
yeah.
she get the answers that she needs.
Me too. Because you know, I got 3 boys of my own, and that it just hits. You know,
Yeah.
it hits hard because you know like you said, mental illness is real, and people have been through things, and it's just like you think about those things, and you're like, damn. You know, so glad that I was. Listen, I never took my eyes off my kids. They're in their 30s, and I'm still like, where y'all going?
I know that's right. That's me too. At all times.
They be like, Mom, really? I was like, where you going? Where you at? Share your thing.
I was just about to say that maybe they can look at the locations, their phone locations,
Yeah.
and Buddy's phone location,
Yeah,
and see
and
what's
see
popping.
who was where,
Somebody's
and when.
location.
Yeah, see who was where when. See, Sunday would be
Yeah,
a
I
good
mean, the
detective.
fact that we have
Listen,
these
ain't
technical
gonna be
things
mine, I'm gonna be
nowadays,
like,
they might as well
right.
put them to use.
Right.
So, what's the
Search
sense
the
of having?
satellite.
Yeah,
Do
what's the sense
something.
of having?
Yeah.
Just how we thought we were being tagged. What's the thing?
Oh, the air tag.
The air tag.
Listen, yes.
I mean,
Trying to find out who air tagging us. Sunday sitting with her air tag in her purse.
Purse tag. Okay.
That's right.
technology. It's a
Yeah,
thing.
you entertain too much and you have to leave your belongings to the
Yeah.
side. So I get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it. I
Oh,
get it.
you right here. You. Let me get that.
Right. And that was so funny how it was detected immediately. Like
Immediately.
she was like, "Oh, it's right."
Here.
Yeah.
And you're like, "What? Oh yeah, that's me." I'm like, "Okay,
We
girl."
just looking confused, like, dang, I didn't expect it to be Sunday either, right?
Listen, you couldn't tell me my husband didn't put a tracker on me. I was like, "Oh shit, Tammy put a tracker on me." I don't know what's going on here.
That was the first thing she said.
It is. I'm like, oh, that's me. My bad. Like,
Technology.
listen,
Yeah.
you need to know. I'm
Gotta
like,
love it.
Yeah.
I hope that it's resourceful for that
They work
mom.
good, too.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. We're good.
You might need it. So, okay, so here's an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I know we got to go to, here's an idea. You get you some, you out an iPhone, get you some AirTags and put them in your book bags for your children. You know,
Yeah, and that way you can tag where they are, where they've been.
if the phone ain't working for you, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
it's
Well, we
another
share
way.
our locations.
Yeah, we do too.
Yeah, I share my location with my boys.
It's
I
kind of
shouldn't,
it's
but
not
I
a,
do.
it's not a good thing when you have kids to share your location because
No, they don't share their location.
My
I
son
share
would
my.
be, my son would be like, Mom, can you get me some Chick-fil-A? How the hell you know Chick-fil-A?
No,
Stalking me.
Like, let me see what my mom is so I can give you something.
Right.
that is so crazy, right?
And that's
Yes.
how it be. I swear, Damien and I would be out having brunch or lunch or something like that, and here they come with the calls.
Can you get me? Can you?
Well, we're gonna go to some music. DJ EJ, hold it down for us. Listening to the Flaava.
What you call it? Flavor. Some extra A's on there.
We must reform prisons and the communities. To make a place for doing something to go to prison isn't the only way. Stay woke, be free. Black owned, Black Friday. Support your black owned businesses. The Black Friday movement.
Hey, dopeness. It's your favorite dope girl from around the way bringing you what's moving. Okay, what's moving? It's the Black Friday movement. Support your circle. Make sure you support your circle. So the Black Friday movement, for those of y'all that don't know, is something that me and my mom used to do on Fridays, right? We used to pick, on Friday, we'd pick a black-owned business, a restaurant, a shop, or whatever, and we just go support the black-owned business.
That's dope.
And we recorded it and everything, and she used to be just so funny. Whatever we do, I could just hear her saying stuff like this. This some good homemade cake right here. Like she just say little funny
Just
stuff.
say
like-
stuff.
Just say stuff, and we'll go sign walls and do all kind of stuff. So it was a fun thing that we used to do together. And so I stopped doing it after she transitioned,
Yeah.
and I started it back up when we started doing the radio show. So anyway, I want to shout out Vegan House of Pancakes. It's at 1367 Cleveland Avenue, East Point, Georgia. Y'all know us vegans, we be looking for some good old breakfast. Break fast, okay? We be looking for some good break fast. We really be looking for brunch, because if you're really breaking fast, you're breaking it with water. So anyway, Vegan House of Pancakes, 1367 Cleveland Avenue, East Point, Georgia, my old stomping grounds. So they got pancakes and breakfast sides. When I say the pancakes is thick, baby, the pancakes is thick, okay? The pancakes is thick, they fluffy, and they delicioso. So much so that I had to give me a bag of pancake back, okay? Just in case I can't get over there, because they only open on Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'm like, I might need to make me some waffles and some pancakes throughout the week. So, gotta get you a bag of pancake batter. Home is home of Nikki's fat ass cakes. Okay? I'm just saying, it's Nikki. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
Nikki, what's your fat ass cakes?
With your fat ass cakes. You cannot miss the house. It's a big pink house on Cleveland Avenue, not that far from Harris Street. You know what I'm saying? That Washington area. So you know what I'm talking about. Down from the Buggy Works, okay? On the other side, across the street of Tri-City. I'm just telling you, for those that know, you know. Right there on Cleveland Avenue. Big old pink house. You go around the back of the house. You know what I'm saying? It's ample parking. You can park behind the house. You can park on the other side in that parking lot and walk across the bridge. And you can just go on outside. So, and it's street parking. So, I'm
So
just
you know
saying.
what she talking about.
Listen, the food is good. I went there after church one Sunday and I got me some pancakes, some hash, some cheese hash. Baby, it's good. Okay, it's good.
All right.
And they got vegan sausages. They got tofu scramble. I don't really do tofu, so I got a tofu, so I do a double side potatoes. But anyway, it's good. Okay, meet the So they have this real cute video on their Instagram, and it says meet the owners, and so it goes through everybody that works in there, and at the end, the owners. At the very end, they're two daughters, and it said, "We the owners." Everybody say, "I'm not the owner, I do this. I'm not the owner, I do that. I'm not the owner, I do this." And at the very end, the two little daughters are the owners. Like, we the owners, and so it's really, really cute. And I say all that to say that's legacy.
Yeah.
That's dope legacy. You know
That
what I'm saying?
is.
You build
That is.
something, you build on it, and you set it up for your children.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Gray and Nikki. Y'all dope. Pancakes is dope. And yeah, that's my Black Friday movement. Move yourselves to Cleveland Avenue and hit up the Vegan House of Pancakes. You know, it's real dope, and support the black-owned business on the Black Friday movement. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So then let me tell y'all what we moving on. We moving on April 10th. We got the In the Clouds event at the Bookstore Gallery. April 10th, In the Clouds event, Bookstore Gallery, cannabis event. So make sure y'all pull up. Tickets are online, probably Eventbrite, I believe. We have new shit every second and fourth Thursdays live right here on 101.9 Atlanta Radio. New shit, okay. What else we got? I have September 6th, 7th, and 8th. Oh no, let me skip the let me not go all the way to September. June 6th, 7th, and 8th, we got the Wonderful Wizards of Raw Festival, okay? June 6th, 7th, and 8th, we got the Wonderful Wizards of Raw. Still looking for vendors, volunteers, and I'm looking for conscious artists, so be on the lookout. I'm outside scouting. Can I say?
Yes, you can.
September the 20th, we have Fire Radio Fest. So be on the lookout for that. We outside. We got a couple of artists coming through. We're gonna have a big shenanigans. So be looking out for the information on first annual Fire Radio Fest. So be outside for that. And then September 6th, 7th, and 8th, we have the Natural Mystic Fair. Okay. And a whole bunch of nonprofit events going on in the middle. And then don't forget to check us out 320 at the Capitol. I'll be representing the Prison Brat Foundation along with 5 ladies, and we're at the Capitol for the legalization of a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm there for prison reform, okay? So, make sure y'all come outside. That's what we got moving in the works. Black Friday movement, peace and love.
Peace and love.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God. And speaking of movements, okay, got some dope movement music from Ether For Real.
Yes.
And that is our guest today. Everybody welcome Ether For Real to the
Hey,
Fine Lady.
Ether.
What's happening? What's happening?
Let's go. Listen, Ether
Laid
is
back.
tall, you guys. He's tall, so you know.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
Got some height on me. I'm 6'3".
Okay, all right, now
Yeah.
6'3".
Yeah.
6'3".
Yeah. Got some length on me, some stretch on me.
Stretch arms.
So stretch.
Yeah.
Got a little stretch going on.
Listen, Ether, besides being tall, you are a man of many talents.
Yes,
oh
ma'am.
my God, not just music.
Yeah.
Okay, you're acting,
Yes, ma'am.
you're engineering, you're
Yeah.
producing.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
I want to say probably producing. I just like putting things together, creating new things. I like to be a part of it if I can,
Yes.
but just overall, just creating. you
Okay.
know. I love it more than anything. You know.
Yeah.
And I would say the engineering probably came about probably about 6 years ago now. So that's been fun, but I still just like to be able to sit there and direct and point people on where they need to go as far as singing different notes or rapping different things. So just the creative side of things.
Okay. I love your creativity
Yes.
because actually our jingle that we have, right, that's your song.
Yes, ma'am.
That's your song.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We really
I
appreciate
love
you
the
for
song.
that.
For
So,
sure.
Ether For Real created our jingle along with Cairo
Cairo.
and DeVoe Ronan.
Yes, ma'am.
And who else is on
Below
there?
the Body.
Yes.
Yep.
So, thank you guys.
Yes,
That was
ma'am.
so dope to
Oh,
just
yeah.
take, you know what I'm saying, like a piece of your song and help us make a jingle. So I think that is so dope. We
Well,
love it. We appreciate it.
I appreciate y'all for, allowing us to be able to branch off from just doing a regular song to making a jingle and
Yes.
being able to, get the music out there more. So
Yes.
thank y'all for that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
appreciate that. So tell us the name of the song that it came from. Tell the people so they can stream that as well.
Right, so the name of the original song is called Anything. It was created last year in 2024 with me, D-Lo the Body, DeVoe the Ronan, and Cairo. It's an upbeat pop R&B type song, basically about how you have somebody that you're dealing with and you just want to give them the world.
Yes.
Yes, and we want to give the world to the people.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll say I love the message because
Right.
it goes with us so
Hand
well,
in hand.
right? Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, it says we play the hits that you deserve. So
Yeah.
we keeping it coming.
Y'all put that together. I like that.
They did.
Yeah, y'all put
yeah.
that together.
Thank you. And that's the beat was produced, engineered, created, all by DeVoe the Ronan.
Come on, DeVoe.
Oh yeah, that guy right there.
Yes,
is a man
shout
of
out.
talents. So yeah, big shout out to him, and big shout out to the guys because they put up with me,
Okay.
and they work hard as well. So I appreciate them.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that was a labor of love. We could tell because when I first heard it, I was like,
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. On
Yeah.
Sunday, I was like, okay, let's
this
let's
is
play
it.
it again.
Yeah,
This
it was
is
like,
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
no question when we all heard it. We was like, oh yeah, we
Cool,
rock
cool.
with that.
I'm
Yes.
glad y'all liked it.
Yeah,
Yes.
we
For real,
did.
for real.
We did.
So how did you get started in all of this in the industry?
I would say I started back in like 2017 when I was still a kid. Just being in a dance group, networking with different people on the east side, and then branching out to the north side and west side, and been in different music videos like with DJ Unk, a couple people that's under him, met Bone Crusher, ran to Little Baby one time. So it's been fun being around.
Yeah.
Worked with Mike Beasley, who's an engineer for Lil Boosie. So, and just being able to bump heads with, in the right way with
Right.
different people at different networking events.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
That's what you gotta do. You gotta be
Yeah.
outside networking, man.
oh yeah. So
Outside.
Outside.
I would say it started off with dancing, and then from there it kind of progressed on into making R&B music because I wanted to start it off being a singer. But then I guess I kind of had to find my way, so it switched from me wanting to be a singer to me actually starting off rapping. And then
Be like that sometimes.
So you
You
were,
do very well.
yeah, so you were dancing. Was it hip hop dancing?
so this was back in the snap days, lean with it, rock with it.
Okay,
so we
okay.
had the whole transitions going on.
Coordinate.
Yeah. It was very. We had the spray paint pictures going on.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
so-
Okay.
yeah,
Very
we-
90-esque.
Right.
Yes.
So we was making it happen, but it started off with me, like I said, wanting to rap. Then we started singing, but the singing really came in, I would say, about 5-6 years ago when I got out of the military, and I just
Okay, military man.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a check of all trades. Look at
right, and I just really wanted to sing, and I'm not Chris Brown or R. Kelly, the best of the best.
No, because you eat the for real. Look.
For real, you know what I'm saying? So I'm doing both.
Okay.
So, and it's just been fun being able to see my own progression of where I came from to where I am now.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's a deep progression because, I just heard a song. I was in here jamming and I didn't even realize it was you. I was in here like, yes. And then somebody said, "Is that you?" And I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So just
Yeah.
having fun being able to do both, and then sometimes even in my singing, I still rap. So.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
That's
I
a
got a
nice
little bit of that.
combination.
Yeah.
That's a nice combination.
Yes, ma'am.
So what is your I don't want to say end goal because there's not an end, right? Because what we do is what we do and it's going to continue. But what
Right.
is your goal?
What I want to do is I want to be able to put together an empire, having a team of different people working in, I guess you could say, different departments doing different things, so that it just continues to grow and just be a big family, and
Is this based on music? This is based on just in general? What kind of empire?
so no, not necessarily music, in all entertainment, so music, movies, short film, podcasting, gaming. I wanted to be a big umbrella of different things going
Okay.
on under one. So,
Yes.
You get it.
yes,
That's a
ma'am.
goal. That's
And
a hell
I
of a
say
goal.
that, well, I say you get it because when coming into the music industry, intentionally, you want to be an artist.
Yeah.
Intentionally.
Right.
Right, but once you get in it, you figure out, like, that's not,
You can't just stop there.
you can't just be, it's nothing that you can't do. If
Right.
that's what you want to do.
If that's what you wanted.
If that's what you want to do. However, once you really tap in, you understand that it's more to it than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's more to it than that. You almost have to be like tapped all the way in. You know what I'm saying? So I say you get it because I know that you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying? Like,
that's a great thing to have
Yeah.
because then you're well informed and have the knowledge in
Yes.
all aspects
Yeah.
of entertainment,
Exactly.
So that's a great thing to have.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just the different avenues of the business and all different realms. Want to be able to get a hold of everything because I
Yeah.
like to do all of those things. I
Yeah.
like gaming. I like acting. I like being behind the scenes. Just putting things together. So it doesn't matter what it is. I just like to be a part of it.
Right. So you say you like creating. So what has been your greatest creation as to date?
Other than my son.
All right. Yes.
or-
How old? Listen. How old?
He's 11 right now.
Okay.
He just turned
Aw.
11 in December.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. But aside from that, I would say probably this album that I'm working on right now with the fellas.
Okay.
Because it just ties into a lot of different places where we wouldn't have taken our music to as individuals. For instance, the album has some love songs on there. The album has some real upbeat pop songs on there. It has some love breaking music on there. And as individuals, between me and the guys, we probably would not have necessarily went that route as individuals, or I don't know, coming together it just seemed to have worked out way
Yeah.
better than I imagined.
Yeah.
So I would say this album has probably been my best creation music-wise. And then there's a movie that I was in called Trial and Error Round 2.
Yes.
And that probably was one of my best times of acting, and also having some input as far as directing on how that movie would go as well.
Okay.
So that was
Okay.
fun.
Yeah. Yeah. You really tapped into that. I could see. Look at
Yeah.
the smile on your face.
Yeah.
What was the order sequence of all of these different areas?
Tapping into.
Music started first,
So it started with the dancing,
dancing,
yeah.
and we met somebody who knew somebody, and we tapped into music.
Okay.
And we started doing the music for a short while. I joined the military for 8 years, and so that kind of stopped. And then when I came back, picked back up, and tapped into music again, started acting, and just started dabbing in a little bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense because then once, I was a dancer too.
Right. I was about to make that
yeah.
correlation. Definitely.
So once you're a dancer, your love for music is there.
Yeah.
Then you can realize that I think I can do this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You tap into that. Then once you get into the music, then you want to learn all aspects of that.
And another thing that I've learned throughout the years is, especially when it comes to music, what you may like, someone else may not like.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then what you may not like, somebody else is going to like of what you created. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is, just create it.
And so just
That's
do it, right?
Just
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
it.
Because-
Just do it. Yeah.
Because whether if you really like it or really don't like it, somebody's going to like it.
Yeah, that's really good advice because it's like one of those, if you build it, they will come moments.
Yeah.
Like somebody will
Yeah.
be there.
Oh yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and somebody's waiting
Yeah.
for you to keep doing it. You know?
Instead of artist, you're your own worst critic.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah, big time.
I think anything that you do, that you really put your passion in, you're your own worst critic, right?
Sure.
Because you want it to be so dope, you want it to be perfect, you want it to be like, that's it for you, you know?
Right.
And if you go around and say, okay, I'm never gonna do it again because I didn't believe in it, you're cutting yourself short because Sunday like it, you know what I'm saying? And you can hate it, you
Right.
know, but yeah,
Somebody's going to like it.
somebody's
And-
gonna like
And it
it.
might not be for you just because you created it.
Yeah,
Right.
also,
It might be
yeah.
for somebody else.
Mhm.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Somebody else needs to hear it, see
See
it,
it,
feel
yeah.
it, touch it, whatever. It's not for you.
Yeah.
You just created it. You got the download. You created it, and if you don't like it, let it go.
Yeah.
But it need to be created.
Yeah,
'Cause
just-
if not,
just
you
put it
wouldn't
out
have
there.
it.
Yeah, I love that thought because it just makes me want to create some more. Like, okay, I'll do it. I'm gonna write some more tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just to do it, because
Get it done.
Like, let me just get it out,
what you
right?
don't want to
Yeah,
do is you don't want to run to that thing where you look back and be like, dang, I wish I would have did that.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've had those moments though.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And,
So
and we'll always run into them.
I can't imagine that you haven't. You know, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
had those moments of, like, I should have,
Yeah.
could have, would have. Not that it's too late to do anything, but
Right.
it wasn't that it wasn't
Right.
that moment.
So now it's like you could have put out what you would have did. So if I'm putting out something now that I wish I would have put out 5 years ago, it's like what I'm putting out now, I could have been putting something new out. You know, but now I'm putting out something old.
Right,
You
and it's
know,
gonna sound different because you've grown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
definitely.
just got to keep creating, keep putting it out because you just never know how it may turn out.
Yeah.
You know, or you know.
They say
whatever.
when you throw it out there, it's gonna stick.
Yeah,
At some point.
something. Yeah,
it's gonna
throw it.
stick.
You might have to throw it to different walls, but
Yeah.
I mean, you might have to.
different spots of the wall. You know what I'm
For real.
saying? It ain't just that spot.
It might
that's
not be
that
right
one over
now.
there.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
what we think. See, we ready, right? Oh, right now. But
yeah,
my ready is not God's ready. It's not the Most High ready. Whatever you believe in, whatever. It's not time.
yeah.
We gotta hold on. Don't force it, because when you try to force it, it just don't fit.
Right.
It can fit for another time.
Yes, ma'am.
It's another time.
That's right.
You know.
Yeah. So tell us your time in the military. How long did you spend there?
So I was in the United States Air Force for 8.5 years.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you fly planes?
I did not fly planes.
Oh,
And you know what's
man.
funny?
I was like, how
It's,
was that?
it's a funny misconception that everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of people perceive
The correlation with that, yeah.
Is
I
that Air
definitely
Force,
do.
you don't fly
Yeah,
planes.
I do. Yeah.
Army
yeah.
and Marines.
Proportions, they go.
You're going straight to war.
Exactly.
You're shooting
Yeah.
guns,
Yeah.
you know. And if you're Coast Guard or Navy, you're in the water.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
that's
and
not,
you're in the water.
It's
that's
not
not
that,
the full
yeah.
case. you
See,
know.
It's a lot of moving parts,
Yeah.
just like every other thing.
Yeah, just like out here in the regular
Yeah.
civilian world, everyone does. You can be a plumber,
but
electrician,
did you get on a
nursing.
plane?
Yeah, I got on a
Okay.
plane.
All right. I'm like,
you
yeah.
learn about the plane, definitely.
I had 2 deployments. I PCS, you know, was at a lot of different locations, over 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I traveled a lot, and yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah. It was a good time.
Yeah, I had fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I met Tyrese in Saudi Arabia over there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah.
did you have your son before or after you went to the military?
After.
Or during? After.
During. So
During?
during my time in the military,
Okay.
I would say 3.5 years after my time of being in is when he came around.
Okay. So how was that for you, like family wise? How was that for him and then for you?
He doesn't understand it, but for him it's an adventure because you do get a chance to experience and see a lot of different things,
Yeah.
meet new people, see different, different places. And of course he's a lot younger, but I told him, I said, man, you gonna been to Texas, Alabama, North Carolina, Virginia, Florida, like you done been to a lot of different places, you don't even realize it. And now you in Ohio, you come down here, like you get a chance to
It's
travel.
normal to him, so it's
Yeah.
like that's regular.
Yeah.
But to other kids, they be like, "Oh, you go so many places," you know.
For him, he's ready to sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
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 Right. Yeah.
He travels
yeah.
a lot, so it's a good time.
Well, at least y'all traveling together, so that's good.
Oh yeah.
That's a plus right there.
Right.
It'll be a situation where he's away, he's here, and then you just
Yeah.
moving around. So that's
Yeah,
dope
no.
that y'all get to move together.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so you talked about the new album, right?
Yes.
And how it has love songs on it,
Okay.
right? From a man's perspective, and a lot of men don't deal with, like you said, it's different. So a lot of men don't deal with those emotions. So what can we expect to hear, like, in dealing with that from a man's perspective?
So it has that '90s R&B feel where, like a Drew Hill type of vibe, whereas like your one song is you're almost begging for your lover to come back. You know you messed up. It's your fault, and you apologize.
Baby, please.
Yeah, baby, please. You almost crying on the phone. Like I really need you to come back. And, if you listen to it, it hits. And then did a remake to a Tony Braxton song, just another love song.
Oh, okay.
So did that, and then we got a few sad songs, and then we also have a couple love songs where it's like, you show me how to love.
Okay. So you speaking to us like, okay, you do this,
Yeah.
and I got the rest.
Yeah, you show me how to love. You take the lead.
Teach us
I'll meet you
a little
halfway.
bit.
we gonna be good.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. We gonna fly away together.
All right, away together.
What does your
I like
son
that.
think about the music?
My son, he's highly inspired by me. He actually makes music himself.
Okay, I was just gonna
Yeah.
ask, is he musically
Yeah.
inclined
He has
as
some
well?
music out on YouTube. He's on one of my albums with
Okay.
me.
Okay, on YouTube, yes.
So one of the songs that's out right now is Vibin' off of the what's the name of that album? Just a Dose by me, Ether For Real. And he's on there with me. At the time he was 8 when he rapped his verse.
Okay.
So
Nice.
yeah, that
So
was
he
fun.
rapping.
He's rapping.
All right,
Yeah.
come on,
Nice.
little
Okay.
Ether.
And he ain't
Right.
playing. Yeah, Eli the Champ. Shout out to you, son. You
What's
doing
his
the
name?
first,
What's his name?
Eli the Champ.
Okay, is that his
Yeah,
YouTube?
let's go.
That's his YouTube
Yep,
handle?
you can find him everywhere.
Okay, Eli the Champ.
D.A. Champ. Yep.
Yes. I have to look him up.
And how old is he now, you said?
He's 11 now.
Is he performing?
He has performed before.
Yeah,
See them wheels turning.
Okay, yes,
Put some
look,
kids on
put some
the
kids on
stage.
stage.
He with it, so anytime.
Okay.
So who would you say was your biggest inspiration?
It will be between R. Kelly and Usher. Yeah,
That's
R.
great.
R. Kelly and Usher.
Ooh, two amazing artists.
Right.
Yes.
Because they both have dynamic ranges, and they both sing in a way that makes you understand it. It makes you feel it.
Yeah.
They're telling stories.
They're telling stories, and
Yes.
then Usher, he
Yes.
come out, he start busting moves, dancing or whatever. He gonna dance all around you. So
Yeah. Drive girls crazy.
Right.
That's what he does.
Watching
yes.
him growing up, that was just fun.
Uh-huh.
And then it's cool to see other people, I guess, kind of be inspired by that as well. Like Chris and whomever else. So yeah, those are probably my top two.
Okay. Those are good. Yeah, those are good artists right there.
But then I guess when it comes to rapping, you
Yeah,
got
it's
people.
all-
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You got people like Eminem, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z.
Okay.
Okay.
Say
Yeah,
less.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Particularly,
That's a
why
good-
those three?
That's a good top.
So Eminem, because he don't give a fuck about what he say.
He don't. He's a
He
great
really
lyricist.
does not.
Yeah.
He's gonna tell you
He
what's
gonna
on
tell
his
you what he
mind,
got. He gonna
Yeah.
say what he want to say.
and then on top of that, he gonna make it sound funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna laugh at
That's
it,
true.
and it's gonna be like, wow, it's interesting. It
Yeah.
catches your attention.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then Wayne, he's just phenomenal. You know,
Yeah.
his wordplay is crazy.
It
Yeah.
is.
He can freestyle like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jigga, he's in his own lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On lane.
Yeah, he's in his own lane, so he just can't be touched. And been doing it over 30 years now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
crazy.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Nice
a top. That's a
list.
good top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Top
is.
three right
That
there.
is. That's a really good top three.
Yeah.
Sunday has what, your top five. Sunday got her
Yeah.
top five.
Yeah, man. That's
What's your top five, Sunday?
it. Self,
Okay.
Jay-Z,
Yeah.
Tupac, Ransom Rosina, and Killer Mike right now.
You know what? I'm so sorry. I forgot Biggie.
Yeah.
Oh.
I forgot Biggie.
He in my top. He in my top two.
Because you said Pac and
Yeah.
Biggie for sure.
Yeah,
Because
Biggie
he
for
was
sure.
another one
Yeah.
who did not give
I
a
gotta
fuck.
like pick and choose the top 10 and the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just listen to
Because
whatever.
all
comes
your
on.
top 3 is definitely in my top 10.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
That's
For me,
good.
it's Wayne, and Wayne.
Not the Wayne.
I have so many. It's pitiful. So I just set the radio to, well, my Pandora to whatever it is, and they're gonna play whatever I want. It's just like, and I love all of
I
it.
like
Yeah.
all music now. I would listen
No,
to
I'm just saying for
everything,
my
but
favorites.
My favorite
Yeah.
is Wayne. And then what made it so great is that meeting him, he had such a great spirit.
Oh.
So that made it even more so.
She
Yeah.
said, you just don't understand.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Wayne.
So because now I think that if I met him and he act, any ill way or anything like that, maybe he would have tarnished.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
how I
he
felt,
will.
you know what
Yeah,
I'm
like
saying?
those people.
So
you
I'm
meet.
glad that
Yeah.
it matched.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just be
That's
prepared.
what's
Be
up.
prepared
That's
for
cool.
when
Some
those
people
days
meet
come.
celebrities
Oh,
and be
yeah.
like, oh my god.
It changes the narrative of
Yeah.
you know, it does.
Mhm.
It don't change the narrative of them as an artist, but it changed how you perceive them as an artist.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it kind of, it can go up or it can go down.
You're right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It can go
It's
up
like
or
that.
it can go down. So
Yeah.
it can go like that.
When I met Bone Crusher when I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
he had like an English accent.
Did he?
Have y'all ever heard him talk before?
I
No,
have.
I
You know
haven't.
what I'm
I
talking
have-
about?
No,
No.
English
Funniest
accent,
interaction with him.
It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like when you hear him on music,
Yeah,
You
he's
ex-
such a thug.
you expect him to sound like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he sounds very intellectual.
Very,
The
very
way he speaks.
intellectual.
Oh, when you say
It'll
English,
blow
it
your
sounds
mind.
like I heard him talk, but not in an English fashion.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard him talk before. Now I'm gonna have to go run an interview.
You
And-
gotta have
and
like
listen.
a sit down behind closed doors, just regular talk with him.
Proper.
Like,
Proper, yeah.
So let me tell you my funny story with Bone Crusher. Back in the day, they used to have the Source Awards.
Yeah.
That's what Benzino used
Yeah.
to put together
Yeah.
in Miami. And I would go out there for the Caribbean Festival. And just so happened that we were hungry, and they were having like a big hip hop party at a hotel. There was a Burger King on the main street on South Beach, and we went to Burger King, and I seen him, my best friend Pumpkin. She's like, "Ain't that Bone Crusher or something like that?" And I'm like, "I think it is." I was looking at it, and I'm like, "It is." So here, because we are drinking the whole weekend.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
walk up to him, so I'm outside of and I'm 4'9". He was dying laughing. He was like, "Yo, shorty, get out of here." I was like, "I ain't never scared." Because I was trying, the line was so
That's
long.
hilarious.
So I was like, I'm getting in front of him. I don't care
Right,
what
I
he
don't care
said.
what
And I
happens.
did. And I kept saying it. I got in front of him. I ain't never scared. That thing was so funny. And I was like, I never saw him ever since then, and I was like, I know he had to
So
remember
if you
that.
see
is
him
hilarious.
again, will you hop in front of him and be like, I ain't never scared?
I'm gonna have to bring
Remember.
him back to that because I'm positive that he has to remember that.
I'm so sure.
Everybody
I'm sure he
was
does.
cracking up in the Burger
yeah.
King.
Yeah, that's hilarious. But she got to start with, so I'm outside. That's how she got to start. Yeah.
That's
And
how I
you
was.
think I'm a fool.
That's how I was walking my way through the crew, like to get to in front of him.
So you got to start with that first, and then you got to be like, I'm never
You
scared.
ain't gonna forget. That's a story.
Yeah, that's a story for
That's
real.
too
That's a
funny,
story
like,
for real.
seriously.
That's crazy.
Man.
Wow.
So you was part of a bunch of groups, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the difference between being in a group and being like
Solo artist.
a solo artist? And then but you still do grouping.
I still do group.
Okay, let me make that clear. Yes, he still do grouping.
So, you get different energies,
Okay.
and you're also on different people's times.
Mhm.
So you may have somebody who's always on go.
Mhm.
That's me.
Yeah.
And then you
That's
may have some people who may be like, I got something going on, time ain't right, whatever. So things kind of get pushed back in the group. But being in the group is fun though.
Yeah.
Because you still get that good energy at the same time.
Yeah, it's still a
You-
bunch of people.
And then you
yeah.
get people who are there to help motivate you and
Right.
push you. They may have an idea
Yeah.
on how to do something different. So and that's just all part of having a team.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
resonates.
Collective.
Yeah. Yeah. Bouncing
Resonates,
ideas
yeah.
off each other. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, it's less stressful when you have a team like that.
Yeah.
It is.
Because being solo,
It's a rough patch.
yeah, being solo is you kind of watching your back more, you know,
And your front and your side.
and yeah, you a lone wolf, and
Yeah.
you running everything by yourself, and
Right.
you putting everything together by yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it's not easy doing it without a team. A team
Yeah.
makes things way more smoother.
Yeah, I agree. I love my team. Like,
yes.
man,
Yeah,
when I say I be missing people,
yeah. Could you imagine sitting here?
I do a lot of stuff by myself, and it's definitely better when you have a team of
It
people
is.
to
Lighten the
y'all
load
can
and
lighten the
everything,
load
yeah.
and work
Yeah.
together. You got this, I got this, you got that. We got it going on. You know what I'm saying?
We
So-
all play a different part. So I was asking because I'd rather group. You know, team group. I'd rather group, and then with you being a part of so many, and then you were part of when you were younger. You was
Yeah.
part of groups.
When I was
like,
when I was younger, started off in a dancing group. DCB them Crank Boys.
All right, all
And
right.
then- right, and then we
DCB
changed it
them Crank
to
Boys.
Crankety and T because we started having people who wanted to dance with us, but we were like, well, we kind of got our group already, but you can be a part of us in a way. So that's when we created like that umbrella
Like an
Yeah.
extension
as
of
a
you guys.
kid. So
Yeah.
that's when I realized younger, like, okay, in order for us to be successful and still have other people along with us for the ride, we need to have an umbrella. So Crankety and T just formed different groups, even from female promoters or female dancers,
Okay.
who will come out and just help, bring more people to the club,
Yeah.
or bring
Yeah.
bring more people towards our music, just bring us more attention. So, yeah.
I like that. I like that. Teaming up since you were young.
Yes, ma'am.
And, just keeping it going because, like you said, it's nothing like a team. I mean, being solo is cool, I guess, to some people, but I'd rather have a team too. Like, I give more, I think.
Yeah.
Because more is pulled out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sunday I'll have something or Tiny will have something, and then I might have my own stuff, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, I didn't think about it like that. You know what I'm
and
saying?
you learn
Yeah.
more about
Bounce off
yourself
each
as
other.
Yeah.
well because then it's some things that you never thought you can do.
Yeah.
And then
Exactly.
that person pull it out of you, like we said.
Yank you off the porch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great like that.
I love my team. I love my team. Speaking of team, DJ EJ on the ones and twos. Y'all listening to Flaava 101.9 Atlanta Radio with our guest Ether for real.
Yes, ma'am.
And then we don't have to go into music. We can just.
You sound like the back.
What you gonna just say?
We're gonna talk about Angel Stone.
Okay.
Yes. That's our song.
That's our song.
Yes.
Thank you again for
Yes.
it.
Oh, for sure, for sure. For sure. That was
So
fun.
you gotta tell us where to follow you, where you at, where we can look for you.
Absolutely. So you can follow me, look for me, Google me, whatever you want to be doing, everywhere at Ether for Real, ETHER, the number 4, Real, REAL. And like I said, I do a lot of different things, and I look forward to doing a lot more. Just look out for that. And then, as I stated earlier, I have some music coming out with the fellas, with Cairo, Deal the Body, the Boulder Bronin. We also have a female being featured on the album. Her name is Courtney Victoria. And then my bro, Shawty Zoe, and King the Truth. So we have a lot of different people on the project, which we have projected to come out next month of April. Also, we plan on having a listening / album release party on around that time on the
Is it
same
the
day.
4th?
No,
It's not the 4th?
no, it's going to be. I know that's Cairo's event
Okay.
there, but it's going to be tentatively the 15th, I believe.
Okay.
14th is like a Tuesday. We're going to try to start it early, that way we can have people come, be able to be there, show face at least, probably end around 12.
Send it to us, let us know, see if we can pop out.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So we'll have, we're going to try and have some vendors there, have food, alcohol, and it's going to be a great time.
I'm sure it will be.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for coming and kicking it with us and sharing space. We appreciate you.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
look forward to much, much more.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
more will be coming.
Yes,
Yes,
thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you
definitely.
for having me. Thank y'all.
Yes, Ether for
Appreciate
real,
you.
y'all.
Yes. Let's get into some tiny topics. Some tea with Tiny.
Is that what you calling it? Tea with Tiny?
Tea with Tiny.
Tea, I like that. Tea
Um,
with Tiny.
Angie Stone. Well, you know,
Oh, you don't make me cry.
yeah, we lost the industry. That was a big loss to the industry.
Yeah.
And her farewell.
Give her her money.
Yeah, her farewell was
Yeah.
a beautiful ceremony, star-studded, of course. And the two things that stood out to me the most was the performance from Lauryn Hill and Wyclef.
Oh.
Because, you know, that's Roberta Flack, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, so I'm mixing it up because they're both, it was like two things that was going on at the same time. But, okay, so we double back, that was Roberta Flack, my bad. She sang Killing Me Softly for that. And that was such a beautiful tribute. And now going back to Angie Stone, what stood out to me was Tyler Perry. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay.
Tyler Perry, he made a beautiful eulogy speech about the industry and how her song was very reflective on the life, you know,
Yeah.
that she made. Her sunshine has come. And, you know, and he said, he was just saying, like, the industry is terrible when it, you know, it treats its artists really, really bad.
Right. Yeah.
They never gave her her just due. And it's so unfortunate that she's been advocating for it for such a long time.
She had been. Yeah, that was like one of her last videos.
Yeah.
And it's like, please,
like actually speaking.
give me what is mine.
Yes.
You know, not what y'all think y'all supposed to have, but what is duly mine.
Yes. And so that was like, it's heartbreaking because you would think that in this day and age that they have some kind of system or something like that. I know, going back to the conversation we had earlier about government and things like that, you know, not depending on resources but self. But for the music industry, they should have something, something implemented that artists don't have to go without.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That they should have insurances.
Just bare necessities.
Just the basics. The basics. You know what I'm saying? That should be in a contract somewhere.
Yeah.
Because they bring those record labels so much money. Like they
millions,
Okay,
billions of
millions
dollars.
and millions.
Yeah.
These executives and CEOs and stuff like that, they're living so great
Yeah.
off of their backs. You know what I'm saying? the least that you can do is look out for your artists.
Yeah, provide, like you said, basic
Something.
necessities.
And so again, like I said, that whole tribute to her was amazing. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful send off.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, the other one, which was Roberta Flack, the same thing again, because it was like 3 major artists that we lost back to back in that little time period.
Yeah.
It was one of them was I'm not gonna confuse his name, but I believe that he was with the Isley Brothers.
I know who you're talking about.
You know,
I saw the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they haven't really said much about him. It's they just acknowledge him.
Small.
Yeah,
little
he's not a brother, but he was in the band.
Part of it.
Yeah, and he actually went off on his own and made music too. But they never really went in depth with him. I guess the family kept the situation private, whatever that was.
Yeah.
But the 2 that was publicly known was Angie Stone, and that was like I said, Tyler Perry. He did a great eulogy speech for her, and Roberta Flack, of course. That's where my girl Lauryn Hill and Wyclef Jean, they came out and they
did Killing Me
they
Softly.
were Killing Me Softly. Yeah,
I gotta go back and look at that.
It was a beautiful tribute.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like they had everyone standing up, and Lauren, she did her thing.
I bet you she did.
She sounds so beautiful,
Yeah.
like. And she said it was unexpected for her to come, but she had to. She
Okay.
felt she needed to be there to do
I
that.
really want her to get her concepts
Yeah.
back together. Like, come on, boo. Come on, Lauren.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Come on,
But,
Lauren.
Yeah. So again, like the powers that be, look out for the musicians, look out for the artists, the writers, the directors, like anybody who's a creative. There should be unions that has them covered, not the unions that fit their narrative.
Yeah. Well,
Look out for you.
Artists gotta make sure they handle their business.
That
'Cause
too.
On the artist end, like for actors and stuff like that, they got unions and stuff. But on the artist end, like you gotta handle your business. You gotta do your copyrights. You gotta do your PROs. You gotta get with sound exchange. Like you gotta set yourself up as an independent artist or artist this time before you sign with somebody. Like your stuff need to be intact. Like you gotta set your
agree
business
with
up.
that. I
You know what I'm
think
saying?
that-
That people just don't know.
I think that the newer artists are doing a great job at that because information is out there now,
Yeah.
you know, but the artists that came before them where we didn't have social media or internet and things like that,
Yeah.
that you just
Trying to
wasn't in
get
the know
in.
how.
Yeah.
You just wanted to be an artist.
Whoever
you just wanted
invited
to
you,
sing.
that's
you just,
where you were.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just happy to be in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, so it's different now for the newer artists. They're
Yeah.
very, very smart. Actually, I saw a clip with this young man. He's not that young, but he got that song, Drop and Give Me 50, Drop and Give Me 50. It's like a little, I forgot what the song is called, but that's one of the little lines in the song. And I guess Gracie's Corner used that phrase.
Okay.
And yeah, he sent the money out, copyrighted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they had to pay him.
Yeah, that's his
So
song.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
So
his song.
that's a smart thing on their end, you know what I'm saying? Because look how many times that has happened in the past.
Yeah.
Because you have artists out there that have major commercials
Yeah, and
using their music.
They didn't consent to it
And
at
not
all.
a dime
yeah.
is coming to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
And if you ain't got it registered, if you don't got a copyright, there's nothing you can do.
absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So,
You don't have it on file nowhere.
but I don't know, me as a person, I wouldn't feel good about myself
You
knowing
shouldn't.
that
Stealing somebody's stuff.
yes, that's terrible.
That's
That's
true.
It's
terrible.
like they created it and you're gonna use it without even acknowledging them. Come on. Like, pay them people their money
Yeah.
Yeah.
and cut it out.
So,
Yeah.
Anyway.
and that's the tea with tiny topics.
Okay, the tea with tiny topics. I'm still getting used to this tea. The tea with tiny. The tea with tiny. You don't put your finger up like when you say it.
Hey, I
The
may get a
tea-
cup.
The tea with
Not a
tiny.
cup.
A little mug.
So she could put a pinky in the air.
Oh, Lord.
Serve that tea, tiny.
It's been great with you, hanging out with you guys today.
Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody. I
I
miss
love
y'all. This is our first time back in a while.
Right,
Together.
yeah, this is our first show.
show back.
It is.
Since I came back.
No, we had 2 weeks ago.
We had what?
We had And I see y'all. I don't know. It's all running together. So no, this is our first
We
time.
were not here.
That's right. I was not here.
Yep. This is
Woo,
our first
honey.
show back.
I told you it'd be running together. The second show.
This is our second show back, but it was our first show back together as a group,
Okay.
as me, you, and Tiny.
Yeah.
Because you had an emergency last one.
You're absolutely right. Our executive producer just said.
That's
Oh,
why I'm like,
the
I'm missing
bookstore?
something. Yeah, the
Oh,
bookstore. That was our first time back
See,
there. But see,
That's
it's
how
all
you
running
is.
together.
That's how you is.
Don't do
I
that.
forgot about
Don't
the
do
bookstore. I forgot you was at the bookstore.
I'm
You was
here.
at the bookstore.
I'm here. Y'all
You
don't
know,
know.
you know
I be
why?
eating
You
that
know
highway
why
up
it
trying to
probably
get here.
felt like that because of the location.
Right.
Yeah.
Because of the location.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
It
saying?
was more like a kick it
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
Nice kicking location.
Okay.
Yes.
Shout out to
But
the
our
bookstore.
our second time together. But it feels like the first time because
It does.
it's been a while again.
It's been
You know?
going,
Yeah, I've been
yeah.
going. Yeah. I saw y'all for a brief time Sunday, and then they was tripping with that parking, baby. Don't park downtown after 5. Let me just tell you, they
No, ma'am.
disrespectful.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Well,
Okay.
don't pay to park
Yes,
downtown.
because somebody wanted to go find them a good parking
You know
parking
me,
deck.
I am not walking far,
Listen,
baby.
and she wanted to go find a good parking deck. She refused to park for free. Okay, so when you refuse to park for free, that's what you get. That
It was difficult. It was
Welcome to
difficult to
Atlanta.
I
park
don't
for
pay
free.
to park when I go downstairs.
I
okay?
know. I have to learn your secrets. It's just terrible.
Ain't no secrets. You just
No.
gotta find you a parking spot.
Listen, I be trying to get to it. Okay.
And with that being said, we're going to close out this show. We see you guys next week.
Thank you for
Thank you
listening.
again.
Thank you for
Flavor.
listening to the
Hanging out
flavor
There you go.
with the ladies of Fire Radio 101.9.
Thank you, Ether.
Ether for real.
Let's go.
DJ EJ on the ones and twos.
Flavor.
Listen to the flavor.
We play the hits that you deserve, and we keeping it coming. Yeah, you know where you heard it first, and we keeping it bumping. Yeah.
On your 101.9 Atlanta radio. Tiny Tanya, Shanti Sunday Jones. Flavor is turn it up some more. Nothing but these hits coming through your stereo.